In the last episode, we saw Tora defeat Hitatsuki and the leader promising the entire yokais of Tuna to stop going after him.
Episode 7 makes it clear that it is fate that Ushio's mother is the woman who protects Hakuman and her son will come to see her. Episode 7 begins with Hakuman saying that
the beast spear is searching for me. I've slept for many years and the day of my awakening is near.
The beast spear is looking for him. He's been resting for a long time and he feels the power of the beast spear every time it slays a yokai.
Hakuman knows that he has to destroy the beast spear if he wants to be strong again. He plans on killing the one who wields it as well.
In the next scene, we see that Ushio and Tora have finally reached Hokkaido.
This is the place where he's gonna meet his mother, but it seems like there's something wrong here.
A man can be seen following them on a bike. Suddenly, Ushio gets attacked by a monster, but the lady kills it instead without breaking a sweat. The lady says that it was a Hayu set loose by the Hakuman. The lady's skeptical about Ushio being able to handle the power of the beast spear. Ushio does not know anything about the lady, and the lady talks about the Koihame sect who have protected the beast spear. They're the ones who trained very hard to be worthy of the weapon, and she was one of those.
They've been trained and prepared all this time to be worthy of the beast spear.
The lady reviews that her name is Sekimori Hinawa. She also talks about how all 4 of the chosen ones for the spear have disappeared, and they must be behind Ushio as they don't think he can control the weapon properly. Hinawa wants to take the spear from Ushio as she sings he's not trained enough like her.
Hinawa also talks about the beast spear having a voice.
This is when it's revealed that the beast spear also has a voice, and Ushio would have heard it if he was trained properly.
Hinawa tries to manipulate him and makes him believe that he is not worthy of the power of the yokai hunter.
She reminds him that all of the mistakes she made, like the one in the plane when he could have easily alerted the pilot about Fatsuma,
as the beast spear would have told him about a yokai being nearby,
and saved Kagari's brother from dying. After listening to this, he feels like he's not able to control the beast spear.
He thinks about all those things and loses all of his self-esteem, and that is when
Hinawa snatches the spear out of his hands and says that he cannot stand a chance against her, and that is when Hinawa attacks him. She realizes that more Hayu is coming along, and so she runs away.
Ushio is in grief and just stays motionless on the floor.
Ushio is very sad and Tora hates this, and so he persuades him to fight back.
Tora is sad looking at Ushio and is desperately trying to get his spirit up.
Just then they see a lot of Hayu heading towards the beast spear. Ushio knows that the beast spear is in danger and they have to protect it. Hinawa is cornered as Hinawa prepares to attack, and the Hayus merge to become a huge monster. Hinawa commands the beast spear to show its power, but nothing happens. The monsters attack her and she's still helpless as the beast spear does not work. She's trained for so long, but she does not know that she has to be the chosen one. Hayu does his finishing move to kill Hinawa and destroy the spear. Just then Ushio holds the spear and then begins powering up. Hinawa is surprised by this, but a crazy fight ensues. Ushio is beating a pulp out of Hayu and he's visibly scared, and so he threatens to kill Hinawa if he doesn't give the beast spear to him. Ushio throws the beast spear at Hinawa, saving her, but now Ushio's in danger, and when he's about to kill Ushio, Tora comes in to save him. Tora attacks with his lightning and Ushio comes back and slices Hayu like butter. Hayu runs away while Ushio comes to see Hinawa and gives her the comb. Hinawa says that a comb is a tool for gathering men. Ushio shows her his comb and tells her that he's on his way to Asahikawa to find her mother. Hinawa admits defeat and says she'll be back once she learns how to harness the beast spear and leaves. Ushio asks the spear if it thinks he's worthy, but the voice says, "You aren't worthy, so leave me here." But it was Tora fooling around, and so Ushio kicks him, colliding with a bike. It's the stalker. As Ushio leaves, Tora notices the biker blankly staring at them. Tora realizes that it's not normal and there is something fishy. Tora goes to fight Nagari while Ushio thinks he'll be back soon. The man's actually a successor of the beast spear and he wants to kill Tora. Nagari is a very powerful fighter and they go toe to toe. Tora attacks him in Pikachu style, but his staff saves him, and so he knows it's useless, and so he uses his fire breath, but that it's too easily dodged. Nagari attacks and throws the spear, which stabs him through the walls, and so he can't move. The staff steals Yokai's power. The bus moves as Nagari asks Tora why Ushio is still alive. Nagari taunts him and Tora gets even angrier. Nagari stabs him on the other side so he can't move and still taunts him. It is revealed that the monster is becoming a good creature as said by Oyakon. This makes Tora very angry, and then he pulls himself out of the binding. Now Tora shows no mercy and Nagari is no match. Tora says he likes Ushio as he ties his hands back into the place. Tora sniffs Hayu, so he knows that something's wrong. The beast spear begins to make a sound. Ushio knows what's going on, and so he goes to save the driver, but the Hayu has decided to kill Ushio. Nagari is following the bus while Tora is on his way too. Tora asks Ushio to gather everyone in the center of the bus, but the Hayu capture Ushio. Nagari slices the bus from both ends. Tora blows the passengers out to a safe barrier made by Nagari. Ushio's still on the bus, and so Nagari will try to stop it. That's when Tora explains that the beast spear chose Ushio for a reason. Suddenly there's a huge power wave that shocks Nagari. Ushio pushes the spear on the road and the Hayu cannot hold it anymore, so they escape. Meanwhile, Ushio thinks it's all because of him, and while Nagari gives him a lift, they both leave. The scene cuts to a man who is seemingly being controlled by Hayu. Ushio and Nagari found some other bikers and they were all successors to the yokai hunter. Nagari explains the process, but Ushio has no idea. A girl removes her helmet and asks if he's seen Satoru. Nagari reveals that Satoru is Jun's brother. They say that Satoru changed after they heard about Ushio getting the beast spear. It's almost like he lost his mind as he falls silent and gets lost in thought, and he's been gone for almost 2 weeks now. Suddenly, John notices the presence of Satoru, but Tora claims it to be a Shikigami. That's why the monster attacks Ushio, but he manages to kill him easily. Nagari asks Satoru to stop all that, but he's possessed by the Hayu and they want to kill Ushio. Nagari tries to subdue Satoru, but he's easily defeated. The others come to help Nagari, but are thrown away by Hiroku. Tora attacks the beast and saves everyone easily, while Ushio uses the spear and kills Hiroku. Seeing this, Jun comes to the stop Satoru. He does not listen and even hits Jun. It is shown that something is controlling Satoru, and so he says he'll destroy them later and just escapes. Tora breaks the news and that he's under Hayu's control. Tora also adds that he's fighting to take control back, but it's useless for him. Ushio has to find a way to take the demons out of his body, but no one knows anything and no one has any idea what to do. This is when he gets an idea and goes to a public toilet and talks to the mirror. He calls upon the mirror expert as he's connected to every mirror in Japan. The mirror expert appears and then he asks him to see the leader. The leader tells him that the only way to save Satoru is by going into his body and getting rid of the demons, but this is dangerous as Ushio might lose himself in the process. The beast spear is going to take every bit of power from his soul and he might not be able to become human again. Satoru is the strongest of them all and he could beat demons with a punch. Back then, Satoru saved Jun from a beast, and now when it is hurt, she's helpless. Satoru comes for revenge again, trapping Tora and Ushio. Jun tries to stop him, but this time he's completely out of control. Jun begs him to stop, but he won't listen. Tora and Ushio kill the monster after freeing themselves and began attacking. Satoru is about to kill Jun, but Ushio throws the beast sphere at his hand, protecting her. That is when Satoru comes to his senses and realizes his mistake. He knows that the only way to stop this is to die, and so he says, "Take care of my sister," to Nagari, and the episode ends when Satoru jumps off a cliff. Thank you so much for watching.